I don't love you anymore, I love Vanessa. And that's who I'm going to stay with. That was the last thing he said to me before he left the house. My name is Aurora. To the world, I was the perfect wife, the devoted mother, the impeccable housewife. But perfection was a facade, a curtain that hid the approaching storm. Ricardo, my husband, my safe haven, the man I loved with all my soul, was the epicenter of this storm. Ricardo was a successful businessman, charming, attentive, the Prince Charming who took me away from the simple life I had. Our home was a luxurious refuge, we traveled constantly, our children were the joy of our lives. I believed every word he said, every promise, every oath of eternal love. Until reality struck me like a bolt of lightning. The messages on Ricardo's cell phone, found by chance, revealed an extramarital affair with Vanessa, an ambitious and calculating woman. My world fell apart. The pain was excruciating, as if a dagger had been thrust into my chest. But the pain turned into shock when I discovered that Ricardo had embezzled all of our family's money, emptied our accounts and sold our possessions. He left me with nothing, without resources, with 2 children to raise. The betrayal was not only emotional but financial, calculated and cruel. Ricardo left me without ground, with nothing, with the responsibility of 2 children. The humiliation was unbearable, anger boiled in my veins. But I could not give in to despair. My children needed me and I would stand up for them. With my heart broken by humiliation and sadness and without a penny, I found myself forced to start over. I sold what was left of our possessions, furniture, clothes, everything that could earn us a minimum of money to survive. I looked for work everywhere, unafraid of hard work. Waitress, cleaner, saleswoman, anything to support my children. I finally found a job as a waitress at night. The nights were long, full of tears and uncertainty. Loneliness was my constant companion. But every morning I got up, determined to build a better future for my children. They were my strength, my reason to keep going. Hunger was our constant companion, but I did everything possible and impossible to ensure that this situation did not impact my children's lives. I wanted to see them well and happy. The clothes they wore were clothes that had been donated. Not to mention the toys. The cold nights, the thin blanket, and the fear of not having anything to eat the next day. My neighbor Maria, a lady with a huge heart, became my greatest ally. She took care of my children while I worked day and night. Without her help, I would not have made it. During my short breaks at work, I would study a little about investments and finances. I have always been good with numbers, and now this skill would become my salvation. In the few moments I had, I immersed myself in books and online courses, absorbing every bit of knowledge. One day I received a $50 tip and risked that amount by investing in a stock on the stock exchange. It was all or nothing, a chance to change our lives. Then I got really lucky that day and discovered that this small investment I had made was a starting point for improving my children's lives. So I started investing small amounts, cautiously and strategically, using the skills I discovered I had. Little by little, my wealth began to grow. With each step, with each achievement, I felt a strength being reborn within me. The fragile and naive woman was transforming into a warrior. I was no longer the victim but the protagonist of my story. Over time, my investments prospered. I was finally able to improve my children's lives. With a lot of effort and work, I was able to buy our house and give my children the best. And my neighbor Maria, the only one who helped me when I needed it most, I was able to buy a house for her too. It was my way of thanking her for all the help she had given me in all my most difficult moments. I created a financial consulting company, helping other people to follow the path of financial independence, especially women, so that they would no longer depend on their husbands. My success was undeniable, my reputation impeccable. Every day I became stronger, more confident. The pain of betrayal became fuel for my rise. I didn't want revenge but justice. I wanted to show Ricardo that he hadn't destroyed me, but had transformed me. One day I received an invitation to a gala event. Ricardo would be there with Vanessa, showing off his new life of luxury. I hesitated but decided to go. I wanted to show him the woman I had become. At the party, Ricardo saw me. His eyes widened, disbelief written all over his face. I was a rich, elegant, powerful woman. The woman he had abandoned. We didn't exchange words. I didn't need to. My success spoke for me. Ricardo saw what he had lost, the woman he had underestimated. Justice had been served. Life gave me a new love, A man who valued me, who loved me for who I was. A man who showed me that true love exists, that happiness is possible after the storm. With my children by my side, I built a new family, a home full of love and joy. I learned that overcoming is possible, that strength lies within us, that happiness is a choice. My story is a testament to the fact that life can knock us down, but it doesn't stop us from flying. I am Aurora, the woman who rose from the ashes, the woman who found happiness after the storm. Life taught me that happiness doesn't depend on anyone but on ourselves. That strength lies in our ability to overcome challenges, to transform pain into learning, to rise from the ashes. And I was reborn, stronger, wiser, happier.